tell me what to say.
That's what Mel Cuckfield would say.
Yeah, I had dinner with Mel Cuckfield once, and it was the most traumatic experience that required excessive amounts of mental bleach. And, just eye bleach and hand bleach. And
Bleach. In other words, a lot of bleach.
Yeah.
Today, welcome to this serious episode of Serious Nibbage with Serious People. My name is Serious B.R.E.
And I am Seriously Gourmet Pens.
Seriously Gourmet Pens.
Seriously.
And today, seriously, we'll be seriously covering
A very beautiful pen.
the Edison Menlo.
I wish it had sharper edges so I could just
stab me.
Yeah. This particular finish is the light blue acrylic.
Yes.
Light blue translucent acrylic. Anyway, just so you know. Alright. Let's do first impressions, shall we? What were your first impressions? Why are you laughing at me? She's infectious. It's disgusting.
Brian sent us these pens to review when they were launched.
Well, I sent them to you. And then stole one.
We both reviewed them. He sent us an ebonite model and this model, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, okay, I'm not sending this back. So I purchased it off of Brian because the idea was that I would send them back once they were reviewed. But I thought this one was so pretty, so I bought it from him.
Yeah, it was like, as I understand it, you just basically opened it and then just emailed him and was like, okay, so how much?
This one, yeah, well, pretty much, yeah. And of course, Brian enjoyed that. But I do think it's a very nice one. So that was my first impression. How about yours?
My first impression was that I heard the story of how you acquired this pen, and then I reviewed it because, well, I saw it for review, and then I was like, yeah, this is a insanely nice pen. It is really gorgeous.
What makes it so special is the extreme translucency of this acrylic, I think.
Yep.
So you can really you can look at the nib, but I mean it's not just translucent, it's pretty much clear. You can see the ink sloshing around in there.
Sloshing. It has beautiful swirls.
Beautiful sloshing.
That go through the depth of the material, not just on the surface.
No,
so it's
very, very nice.
It's really beautiful.
Also, the polishing job the Edison Pen Company does is really phenomenal. So it's shiny, it's sparkling.
Yeah.
It's really, really
everything
nice.
is really meticulously put together.
Yep.
It's really tight. Like the clip doesn't wiggle, like there's nothing. So my first impressions were really
Very
positive.
Yeah,
really positive.
Mine too. What makes it special?
What makes it special is this is the Menlo pump filler, which utilizes the Menlo pump to suck up ink. So you see that little guy, and I won't do it because there's ink in it, but if you pump it, it'll suck up ink, and it's a heck of a lot of fun to fill this with ink.
And a lot of ink.
A lot of
ink.
Yeah.
Because it fills up the entire barrel. Because it doesn't really leave an air. There's always a little bit of an air bubble that you can't fill up.
You're gonna drip ink everywhere.
Possibly. But I mean that's a lot of ink.
Yeah.
And with every pump you can see
it's
the ink
really
level
fun
rise,
to watch it.
which is a lot of fun.
Yeah. So that's what makes this particular model special. And also, I would say the material is gorgeous.
Yeah, because of course you can buy these in a host of materials.
Some that are not.
Well, not materials, but finishes.
Sorry, finishes. Yes, because they're all acrylic or ebonite. But of course, some of them are not translucent. In this case,
yes,
it is. But some of them are not. You can also order them. I said ebonite. With ebonite.
It is ebonite. Yeah,
you can get ebonite as well.
Ebonite. Yeah.
But I think in this case it's special because you can see what's going on in there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and again, it's fun if you have a demonstrator pen with a piston filler, because then you draw it up and you can see the ink level rise. But with this one, with every pump, you can actually see the ink squirt in through a little tube.
Yeah.
It's a cat in the background, and that's pretty much it. So it's strange, but it's just a lot of fun. Hard to explain.
I think all people who enjoy pens are gonna understand what we're talking about. Yeah. So.
What was your writing experience like?
The writing experience. This was equipped with a 1.1 millimeter nib stub, and it is part of this pen is part of the signature production line signature production. Yeah,
No, signature line.
signature line.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, signature line because the other ones are the production
The production
line.
line
Sorry.
is the standard pen.
Sorry, I don't want to confuse you guys. Yes, the signature line. And the 1.1 millimeter nib was perfectly tuned.
Yeah.
It lay down a wet line, but it wasn't gushing ink, so that when you're writing, it's not going to like ghost and spread everywhere. It was very nice and smooth. A lovely steel nib. So if anybody out there is wondering, oh well, is it worth it to upgrade to the gold? A gold nib is really lovely, but the steel nibs that Brian delivers on these pens are really well done. So for me, it was a exquisite writing experience, and as well, the pen size is really comfortable for me, and it has the section that I love. It has let me back it up a little. It's it tapers down towards the nib, and then has a bit of a indent there, and then it flares out again, so it's really comfortable for me to hold. A lovely diameter, so I just overall just such a wonderful experience, and I can use it posted. It's not top heavy, it's not too long, it's so nice. I absolutely love this pen. I'm going to remove the animal because
I'll
she's
just
annoying.
continue talking. As I understand it, Brian Gray tunes every nib that leaves his
Right.
shop, warehouse, or what you like to call it, which is very nice. And if I recall correctly, I think his guideline was like 7 out of 10 wetness, which seems to resonate with what you say, that it's nice and wet, but not excessively wet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a gusher that will bleed through every type of paper.
Yeah.
Very smooth writing performance, and I don't think this ever skipped on me.
No,
it's exceptionally well tuned.
It was
Very good
ideal.
nib.
Yeah.
So that's really nice, and I honestly do not think I've had it run dry on me, even though it is a relatively broad nib. The feed was very well equipped to deal with that, because it just
I'm
keeps
shaking
going.
my head and saying, yeah, that's really confusing. Yeah.
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 Do one thing or the other.
Yeah.
It's completely unclear. No, I'm just kidding. So for me too, the writing experience was very nice. And just to corroborate that a little bit, I have a broad nib on my Edison Collier. I have used the pneumatic, also with a broad nib, and all of these nibs have written perfectly fine.
Well, and also the broad nib that he sent, the Menlo in Ebonite.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That also worked perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So very nice.
Yeah. And I think if there's any issues, he will fix them. So.
Yeah, he can send it back and he will do something. Brian is a really nice guy and a very great guy to deal with.
And he backs his work, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a side note.
Anything you love about it?
Oh, I love everything. It is a gorgeous finish.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I love the size of the pen. The diameter, like I said, is perfect for me. I love the shape of the section. I love the length, unposted and even posted. Yeah, I love the filler. It is so much fun to use. I also love that it is a interchangeable nib, so you can actually get different nib units from Brian and then just swap them out. So that's really great.
Yep.
So that's also a huge bonus. And
I think they're number 6.
Number 6, yeah.
So you can put on a lot of different nibs if you want to fiddle around.
But his had the pretty little Edison logo.
Yeah, and also be a little careful, because if you just want to pull out the nib and feed, there is a little tube sticking out. I don't think you're supposed to pull the nib and feed out of the collar in this particular pen.
Yeah.
Just a word of warning.
Right.
I wouldn't do it. All right.
Yeah. So I absolutely adore this pen.
Yeah, I very much love it. I agree with what you said. I mean, it's a very nice finish, weight, balance. As I said, the polishing level is insane. I mean, I don't know how you can see it, but they're so sparkly. If you ever have the pleasure to walk up to Brian Gray and hear the Edison Penco stand at any pen show, you'll be blown away. So many different colors of acrylic. It's
like a rainbow.
Yeah, it's
unicorn
amazing.
magic.
It all shines.
Sorry.
It's sparkling.
Yeah.
It's really.
Well, even the Ebonites are beautifully polished.
Yeah.
So
indeed, they're very smooth and textured. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So
this sounds like a Edison pen commercial, but it was purchased.
It was purchased,
Just so you know.
and again, if you've ever held one, you probably know what I mean. I mean, the tolerances are tight. There's no big gap under the clip. Everything is well made. Anything you hate about it?
Why don't you say if there's anything you hate? Because I just rambled about what I love.
Well, for me personally, it could have somewhat more girth. I like the pen a lot as it is. For me, it could be a little bit beefier, but in general, I think it's a really nice size. And so that's not really something I hate. That's honestly the one thing I could come up with. Anything
Yeah,
like that?
I really have nothing. I love it.
You just love
The
it.
one thing that's tough is picking a finish.
Yes.
Because Brian offers a lot of acrylics and ebonites. Personally, I favor the acrylics. But there are so many to pick from, and they're all so gorgeous. Like, I love this one, but I'm also madly in love with the persimmon swirl type, which is also a translucent. And there's also this like whacked out green that I'm in love with. Oh my! So basically, I want those two.
Now, there are going to be people who say, this is a vacuumatic filling system. What is so special about it? What do we say to those people?
Well, I don't see anybody else making one.
That's true. It's put in a modern pen. It draws
And it
out
works.
a decent amount of ink, and it works well. I don't really see the issue with it. Yeah, it works.
It works for me.
That's what it's supposed to do.
I mean, there are lots of things about vintage pens that I wish that current makers would reproduce, and they don't. So I'm actually really happy that someone has done this. Yeah.
No, I don't really have any issues with that.
Yeah.
Would you buy it? It's worth $350.
It is $350 US. I mean, it is basically made to your specs, right? So Brian is pretty easygoing about his custom work. So if there's something specific that you want, just talk to him. So yeah, I would definitely buy it. And like I said, that persimmon swirl and the green one, it's like a toxic green. Oh, I want it so bad. So yeah.
I bought it, so that says it. That says enough. And
Yeah.
I mean, I was given this as a review pen to be returned, and I bought it. So that means that suggests how much I like it. I would say, and I would buy it again. It's I love so much about the pen, and especially this material is so cool. I've held it up on purpose so that you can really see the clarity and the ink level and how beautifully polished it is. I just love it.
Yeah.
Now, is it, or is it not, serious Nibbage?
Well, I think you guys probably have figured this out by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tis.
Definitely serious Nibbage.
Tis very serious.
It is wicked.
It's very nice, and it's not cheap.
It is not an inexpensive pen. It feels wonderful. It writes really well, but it's also backed with some very good customer service.
It is, and what I also like, for example, I'm just going to unscrew the blind cap here, and look at how thick this is. So it's not an extremely thinly made or fragile acrylic body. It's actually tough. Of course you can crack it, because you can crack anything, but it's well made.
You know, if you drop things a lot, or like step on them or whatever. But yeah.
So yeah, I
it's
think
well made.
This pen ticks a lot of boxes.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
I love it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
What do you think? If you have a Menlo, or if you don't have a Menlo, do you think it's serious Nibbage?
Yeah.
The
Let
cat
us
seems
know.
to think that.
Yeah.
So let us know. Also, if you have other requests, pens you would like to see us cover in serious Nibbage, let us know. Comment.
And if you like us, click the like button. And if you're a troll and you don't like us, please just leave. And like I said, if you're a troll and you don't like us, why are you watching this? So
Yes. Correct.
Yeah. Anyway, it's getting noisy outside, so we are going to skedaddle. But we hope you enjoyed this. And again, this was not sent for reviewing or anything. It's just because both of us are like crazy in love with this pen.
Yes, we are.
Sometimes we fight over it.
We do.
I always win.
You do. We hope this was useful.
And we will see you later.
Probably.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.